Talent creates, taste selects. And if you had to choose one, choose taste. Because talent can produce 1,000 things. Taste knows which one matters. This is Cultivating Intelligence, and today we're talking about taste and talent. Most people admire talent. The musician who can play effortlessly, the writer who can fill pages with words, the directors and choreographers who've merged opera with breakdancing. Talent is visible. Taste is invisible. And because it's invisible, we often underestimate its value. But talent without taste creates noise. Taste turns talent into something meaningful. Look at art. Talent is the ability to create. Taste is the ability to recognize quality, to know when a piece is finished, to know what to remove, to know what doesn't belong. In fact, some of the greatest artists weren't defined by what they created. They were defined by what they chose not to create, what they left out, what they rejected, what they refined. Because creation and selection are different skills, and selection is often harder. Anyone can add, few people can subtract. Anyone can create 10 versions. Taste chooses one. Nature understands this better than we do, because nature is built on selection. We often think evolution is about strength or survival, but it's really about selection. Millions of possibilities emerge, only some continue. A tree produces thousands of seeds. Most never become trees. A species develops countless traits. Only some persist. Nature creates abundantly, then selects relentlessly. The process isn't efficient, it's exploratory. Variation first, selection second. Creation first, taste second. And that's not so different from art or business or leadership or AI. People often assume AI is all talent, an endless machine for generating things images, ideas, code, strategies, words. And they're right. AI has extraordinary creative capacity. But that's exactly why taste matters more than ever. When creation becomes abundant, selection becomes scarce. When everyone can generate 100 ideas in minutes, the competitive advantage shifts. It no longer belongs to the person who can create. It belongs to the person who can recognize quality, the person who can spot the signal inside the noise, the person who knows what to keep. Anyone can prompt. Not everyone can curate. Not everyone can edit. Not everyone can recognize excellence. And that's where taste lives. Taste is pattern recognition, it's judgment, it's discernment, it's knowing why something works, the ability to feel that something doesn't work before you can explain why. The fascinating thing about taste is that it can't be downloaded. You can buy tools, you can learn techniques, you can automate production, but taste develops through exposure, experience and failure, observation and time, and feedback. It's built through comparison, by seeing thousands of examples, by creating hundreds of bad versions, by noticing subtle differences. Taste is earned, which is why it often develops later than talent. A young musician may have incredible talent. A master musician has taste. A junior designer may know the software. A great designer knows what to leave on the canvas. The same thing happens in organizations. Many companies hire for talent. Few hire for taste. They hire people who can execute and build and produce and deliver. And those things matter. But eventually, every organization reaches a point where creation isn't the bottleneck. Selection is. What projects should we pursue? What products should we stop building? Which opportunities are distractions? Which initiatives deserve investment? What should we say no to? Those aren't talent questions. Those are taste questions. And great leaders are often exceptional selectors. They understand that every yes creates 100 invisible no's. Every priority eliminates alternatives. Every strategy is a selection process. The strongest teams aren't built by gathering the most talented people. They're built by aligning talented people around shared standards, shared judgment, shared taste. Because talent can pull in different directions. Taste creates coherence. Think about a great orchestra, a film production, a champion team, a successful company. Individual talent matters, but collective taste determines whether those talents can create harmony or chaos. Without a shared standard, everyone creates, nobody selects, and the result is confusion. In many ways, leadership is simply organizational taste, the ability to decide what belongs, what doesn't, what deserves attention, and what should be ignored. That's selection. That's curation. That's evolution. And that's survival. Because survival isn't just about creating more, it's about selecting better. Nature knows this. Artists know this. Increasingly, AI is teaching us this too. The future won't belong to the people who can generate the most. The future will belong to the people who can recognize what matters. Because talent creates and taste selects. And in a world overflowing with creation, selection becomes the ultimate advantage. Next time, we're talking about perfection. This is Cultivating Intelligence.
This podcast explores ideas at the intersection of art, nature, and AI. The perspectives shared are intended to inspire curiosity and conversation, not to serve as professional advice. As with any evolving field, listeners are encouraged to think critically and seek additional perspectives.